Hi everyone. So for the reflection for the two videos that were posted, Race to Nowhere and Waiting on Superman, what I took from them was that there's way too much pressure being placed on kids today to perform. Every year it seems like the kids are losing their childhood and they're being asked more and more and more. In one of the videos, the little girl said she spends 6 hours a night on homework, which means she probably gets out of school, goes home, and spends the rest of her night doing homework, only to go to sleep, wake up, and repeat the cycle. Kids are no longer having a childhood, and one of the women in the video said she's scared that they're going to sue them for taking their childhood, which is absolutely true because you never see kids playing anymore. You just see them working and studying and just trying to be even more and more successful. Another thing that hit with me was that when the lady said, I'm going to read it, that the kids there's so much pressure to perform, they're not necessarily pressured to learn deeply, and what's going to happen when they're not reading the script, it's like going to be forgetful because all they're doing is, like that. So that was really something because it's true. Like if you're not learning from your heart, the chances are you're not going to remember the information you learn and you're not going to take much from it. So one of the things she said was, the goal is to create a happy, motivated, and creative child, which I agree with. Now, in the Superman video, it started out with the little girl saying she wanted to be a nurse or a doctor because she wanted to help someone, which shows like when you're little like that, the pressure's not so strong. So it was nice to see that because as children get older, they just want to make more money. And one of the little girls said, if in America you're not making a lot of money, something went wrong. Which is such a terrible way of thinking because you want children to be happy in the work they're doing and you want them to love something because if they don't, they're not going to be happy, and money doesn't make you happy. I mean, temporarily it might, but in the long run, if you don't love what you do, you're not going to be happy. Something else that was crazy to me was they said USA falls 25th for math and 21st for science, but we're ranked #1 in confidence. And I thought that was, awesome, but also a little bit sad because if we can teach kids and guide them to have more confidence, we can obviously do better jobs of teaching them math and science. It just might need different directions and they might need different ways to learn the things that need to be taught. One of the guys in the video said that in the 4 years, 60,000 kids went to the school and only 40,000 didn't graduate. That's terrible. Kids are dropping out because they don't want to deal with it. One of the kids said he dreaded going to school every day. There's just too much pressure being placed on these children. And then it said that if they didn't graduate, they're 8 times more likely to go to prison. That is crazy. So there's going to be, a lot of kids that may not graduate. The parts about getting picked by a lottery system, I just feel so bad for all the kids who aren't zoned for schools that are better for them, and they have to stick with the school that they're zoned for, and they don't necessarily get the education they deserve or the education they need, which could be, really sad for them, and they might give up hope, and they might give up in class and other ways too. I think a lot of the problems come when teachers don't really want to be teachers. I see a lot of people that graduate and they still don't know what they want to do, so they decide to be a teacher. And I think to be a teacher, you have to really have a desire to help children and to want them to do better and to help them succeed in the things that they want and help guide them to those goals in positive ways. I think as teachers, we have to help redirect, and we have to wear many hats and do many things for children, that if you don't really want to be a teacher, you're not going to do those things. So I think that's what is one of the biggest problems today, is that teachers are going to work to make a paycheck and to go home, and teaching is so much more than that. It's staying after school, it's offering tutoring, it's making house calls, it's making house visits, it's seeing the best in the child when all they want to show you is the worst. It's just so much more than that. So I really think that the academic pressure needs to stop, and we need to go back and reevaluate what we're doing wrong and fix it, somehow fix it. Thank you.